Good morning. My name is Melissa Bauer, and I am the Director of Sustainability at the Pet Sustainability Coalition. This month, we had a two-part webinar series focused on the STGs and the STG Action Manager. In part one of the series, we were thrilled to have two guest speakers. Chris from B-Lab introduced us to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the STG Action Manager. Then Chantel, who is the Managing Director of Moderna, which is a company making smarter plastics for happier pets, joined us to talk about how measuring towards the SDGs has helped advance sustainability at their organization. So what are the Sustainable Development Goals? Back in 2015, 193 countries, including the United States at the time, came together to develop and launch the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, these goals are known by a couple of different things, so you might have heard of them being called the Global Goals or Agenda 2030. And what the idea about this is engaging the private sector to really combat some global imminent goals, including ending extreme poverty, providing education to all, and combating climate change. The purpose of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is to bring the private sector together with governmental units and nonprofits to tackle these really imminent and important measures by 2030. That's where the STG Action Manager comes in. So B-Lab and the United Nations Global Compact have launched the STG Action Manager. This is a free web-based tool for organizations and companies all over the world to benchmark their performance against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and to set a sustainability strategy for moving forward to meet these goals. So how does it work? Companies take what they call a baseline module. This is a basic module that asks basic questions about your business, what sector you're in, the number of employees you have, things of that nature. And then based on those answers, recommends which of the sustainable development goals is most applicable to your individual company or organization, and then gives you modules to measure towards those applicable SDGs. In part two of the webinar series, the Pet Sustainability Coalition was thrilled to bring this tool to the pet industry and encourage all companies and organizations in the pet industry to use the STG Action Manager to start measuring their business performance against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We also briefly touched on the Positive Impact Program, which is the Pet Sustainability's accreditation program, to work with media partners on at the bottom of the screen to bring marketing, trade show, and communication businesses who are engaging with the STG Action Manager, benchmarking their performance, and showing year-over-year improvement. Also in part two of the webinar series, the PSC team was available to provide live support for companies that are wanting to start with the SDG Action Manager and begin to measure their performance. But if you missed the webinar, don't worry. The PSC project team is here to help you get started, to begin measuring and provide ongoing support. Also, for our fabulous Pet Sustainability Coalition members, the PSC project team is here to help you benchmark your performance after you complete the assessment and provide a customized roadmap for your individual organization for moving forward towards meeting those United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So thank you for joining us for our June 2020 webinar recap, and let us know how we can help.